holding back, no, no. We could take it to the stars where you wanna go. The things that we can do don't need to prove you know. Honey, I got what you want. Yeah, under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Yeah. Don't tell me no lies. I always get mine. Don't play with me. So do you want it? Do you want it? Can you feel me? Can you feel me now? Can you handle it? Alright. So do you want it? Don't trade up on hold. I can't take it anymore. Trade up on me now. Trust me and you will see it. Honey, I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. So don't put your love on hold. Can't feel it, I can't take it anymore. Don't put your love on me. Trust me and you will see. Honey, I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want. Honey, I got what you want, got what you need now.
Yurt. Aloha, family. Good to see you guys here. Let me just get my little pads ready so I can welcome in Michelle. Yes. Good morning, aloha, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're from. We are here to just get it twisted. If you're new around these parts, I am Doc Rock. I am your content creation coach. I must fix the brim. I was looking a little crooked. I got to say hello to my family in the building. Mr. Raleigh's World stepped in the building quite early. You got Corey and Marie is in here. You got Mr. Rob is in the building. Time to always on Rob is when I choose to adjust my palette. So let me adjust the palette real quick since Rob is here. Bam. And then you got Mr. Sammy Super Chat is in the building. Laura, good to see you here. What's up, man? Good to see you here, brother. Sam Lack is here. Very cool. I see some of y'all new folks. Make sure you let us know you're new in the bottom so that the family can give you the warmest aloha and welcome. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. This is me personally. Like, I don't want it to be too long. And I know, like a lot of folks say, do that to give your people a chance to come in and things like that. I don't really want to go back to YouTube and edit that part out. Yeah, you can. And I've had mixed experience with editing it out. Sometimes if you chop it, you lose the comments, even though you have the box checked that says don't lose the comments. And what I mean by that, if you watch a live stream and replay, your guys' comment stays with my video. But if I chop it, I've had experiences where YouTube would be like, nah, never mind the chat, gone. And then so I just rather leave it. So what I do is I select my song for that day, and I'm normally somewhere between like 2:30 and 3:30 on the length of the song, and I'll set my timer to match that song. So for instance, I'm gonna hit this and I'll stop the music. Give me a second. I don't really want to stop the music because it's dope, but this particular track called I Got What You Want from Gloria Tells, which is on Epidemic Sounds, right? So that's, hold on. Get it faster at typing, gang. Anyway, so that's my Epidemic Sound link. So that's where I get the music from. And then when I downloaded that song, it told me that that song was 3 minutes and 24 seconds long. So in Ecamm, what I do is I take this guy, this is my clock, right? And I double click and see und clock and then unsetting the timing. And so I put 324, tell it to auto go to the next scene, and then press save. And then now it will be where I want it. And yeah, the font that I use does have a little bit of a width problem. I should probably pick a different font so my clock doesn't dance. But most people aren't really paying that level of attention to it, if you know what I mean. So that's my choice for this style of clock. And I have several different intros for several different shows, but they all primarily, I like this better than spiraling things, although I do have shows that do have spiraling things. So if I come down to this show and hit this counter, it does have a spiraling thing. You know what I mean? So there you go. That was my explanation on that. I just like to keep my countdowns a little bit mixed up. I like to play with them a lot, and I like to change the song every couple of times. And I guess there is a branding thing. Michelle would probably yell at me for this because she's our branding queen. There is a branding thing to picking a song and sticking with it. But I'm a DJ. I got musical Tourette's. So, yeah, I will flip the script according to my mood that day. And so I was in the old school disco mood, like Donna Summers. I felt like wearing my sequin dress. And then, boom. So that's what you got this morning. Disco. You guys are like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Yes. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate your comment there, too. And thank you, Michelle, for being Michelle. I mean, like, where would we be without Michelle? Mr. B, good to see you here, brother. I appreciate you. And, yes, well, aloha. Sylvia Nixon, my homie, is in the building. Oh, yeah, guys. See, you guys supposed to remind me. Come out that demo mode. You know how we do. Victor is here. Good to see you here, brother. Bishop Donald Oliver is in the building. What's up, counselor? I haven't done anything, so that's why I didn't call you. I don't need to be bailed out of jail just yet, but never can tell. You never can tell. Appreciate you, brother. Miss you a little bit. Only a little bit. Don't get it twisted. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my lawyer, Mr. Marcus Landsberg. If you're in Hawaii and you get locked up, call Mr. Marcus. I'm not speaking from experience. Shh. Attorney-client privilege, Marcus. Yes, thank you, Bishop Oliver. Thank you. Enter, good to see you here, brother. Mr. Hansen and Carmelita is here. Okay, gang, so today we were just going to do a little bit of catch up on where you guys are with VEDA, check in and see how you guys are doing. I'm looking at the group. I'm seeing a lot of content being produced. I know Mr. Rob is on fire right now. Mr. Rob Voss, brother, I have got to give you you are absolutely on fire. You are murdering VEDA. I really appreciate that. It's good to see that folks, just starting from back where we started and doing the things and then kind of catching up, seeing people grow, seeing people move on their mission. Also want to send congrats out to my homegirl, Michelle, because I saw recently from one of your videos, it seems as if you got the real deal short button. You got the legit short button. You and Big Daddy Rich both got the real deal short button. iOS updated the YouTube app like 2 days ago. I was excited. I'm like, whoa, short button. Bling, bling, bling. No short button. I am not as cool as Michelle and Rich because I don't have the short button. And I feel some type of way about that. Coño. So no, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to check in with you. So yes, I appreciate what you guys are doing, putting in the work. It is super amazing to see you guys just like growing and doing all the things. So that is also super awesome. Okay, so I guess if you have any questions about what's going on with VEDA right now, or just your YouTube channel or content creation in general, by all means, drop your questions in the bottom, throw a little Q in front of your question, and let's check some things out, okay? What I'll do while I'm waiting for your questions is I will look at a couple of your guys' videos and see what's happening with your thumbnails, because this week I've been polishing thumbnails. Now, I didn't post yet. The class, but everybody that's already a member, you already have the link, so you know the link is coming. Today in class, what we're probably going to run around roundtable discussion. And so if you guys who are coming to class, I want you to get in your head now, because you're going to get asked and you're going to get pulled to the front, stand up on the board and solve this algebraic equation. The question for today for the class is going to be, what are you working on next? Okay, because the reason why I say this, I don't mean like in the project sense, right? I think you're right, Rich. See, I don't mean in the project sense. What I've come to the conclusion over working in the last couple of weeks and sort of seeing things here is that all of us get sidetracked by the hot new thing that's popping right now, right? So, for instance, for me, it was getting my Rode Wireless Go, playing with that. Then it sidetracked me from what I was doing, right? We're going to think about it from picking a skill that's in your creation arsenal and starting to go deep repetition on that skill. Okay, and so what I mean by that, in soccer, or football, when your goals dry up, what you do to get out of that funk is get better at stealing the ball back at midfield, because that boosts confidence. Every time you jack somebody for the ball and you run the opposite direction and you leave them sitting on the floor in a pile, it jacks up your confidence. Like, you're like, ooh, okay, now I'm beast mode. And then what we would normally do is start hammering tackle steals and then breakaway, and that boosts your confidence, and all of a sudden your shot comes back. So then what happens, your team is losing 1-0. You steal the ball off a defender in their own area. It's just you and the goalie one-on-one. You dink one in the upper left corner. You know how I do. And then you moonwalk back and look at the goalie like, eat a, and then walk away and hope the ref didn't hear you say something. And that gets your confidence back, and then you're ready to start flowing again. Now your shots come back and you're good to go. Same thing with basketball. If you're in basketball, I suck at basketball, but if you're at basketball and your shots dry up, you basically go practice shooting threes, or then you go practice shooting free throws, and you just keep doing that till you find your shot, you know. Or if you're dropping passes, you know, because you got sticked by the best safety in the world, then you practice catching short slants across the middle just to get your rhythm back. And then once you get your rhythm back, then you can go back to practicing deep balls. So I think in class today, what I want to talk about is like picking a particular skill in your creation arsenal, and let's hone that for like a week solid, maybe 2 weeks solid, until you're over that, right? I was finding myself getting stuck with keywords. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to beat up TubeBuddy Keyword Explorer and beat it senseless until I get my flow back. And then I got my flow back, you know? So if you guys are new around here and you're like, what the heck class is he talking about? This is our class. We do it on buymeacoffee.com. You can go in and buy a single class, or you can become a member and you get to hang out with us every Saturday. People like myself and Mr. Rich and Miss Michelle and Mr. Rob and Mr. Joel, or AKA Joel, Miss Gigi Glenessa, sometimes Mr. Anna and my partner David Blackman. Like, we all get together and we have a little powwow, and we basically talk each other through our pains. Think of it as Creatorholics Anonymous. That's basically it. So if you want to visit a class just to see what it's about, you can go to the Buy Me a Coffee page, yes, India, and you can get a single class, or you can just become a member and hang out with us all the time, and then we do things. So that's going to happen at roughly 11 a.m. my time. Let's just call it a little over 2.5 hours from now. Okay, so let me double check on the comments. Yes, I did point this out before, but Rich, I believe you're absolutely right. I only did like 1 or 2, and at the time I was just busy doing other stuff. But, you know, I know I should do shorts. I just don't know how they fit into my content yet, but I'll figure that out. I think I should do a couple. I have a couple ideas of shorts I kind of want to do to get me there, but yeah, let's do that. You could call it chicken grease. It doesn't matter what you call it, but said if you're not saying vlog here, but we're producing daily videos, does it count? Absolutely. Every piece of content count. My food videos or what I've been counting, and I would say I've gotten the average. Yes, that's all you do. Consistent video. So the V technically is video every day. Some people switch it to vlog every day because the vlog style videos got popular, but and it doesn't even have to be YouTube. If it's for me, if you're making a video every day on IG and you're just building a constant creation flow, it's really about that constant creation flow. It's about getting in the skin and doing the thing. You know what I mean? It's the reason why, like I just said, if you ball, you go to the court every day and shoot like a couple hundred free throws. So that way you're not like Shaq and just ding the backboard every time, right? That's just a muscle memory thing. Like now I feel like I can sit in my studio, I can crack the camera and just rap and I'm good to go, because I've developed that flow. That conversation came up last week. We were talking about how does one get comfortable on camera? Being on camera, period. Straight up. You just have to do it. You can't like, I'm going to go and practice being on camera once a week and then all of a sudden feel comfortable on camera. I even look at some of you guys who don't even realize you're putting in practice, but I look at your shows from November when you guys all joined the group until now, and I see your video and I see your confidence game. I see your ability to hold your audience. Kim, I'll point you out. Kim holds her audience well. Like a champion. Like she holds her audience really well. They're engaged. They're sitting there just waiting for her to say something. And she has a phenomenal presence on camera. So a lot of folks have been told by other folks that, oh, you're going to be uncomfortable on camera. So you just assume that. But you ever seen the baby with the video camera? Like there's no uncomfort. They don't even think about it. They just look at the camera and be like, hey, is that me? Hey, Mom, that's me. Look. And they're like doing all of the things, and it's just so yeah. The idea of being uncomfortable on camera or not being able to speak well or whatever, it's in your head. Somebody told you it, you believe it. It's simple. It's super simple. Thank you, Victor. I don't know why Victor's laughing at me, but I got it. Coffee. Jody. If you don't come to class today, you'll be cleaning erasers. Okay? Jody, you have to come to class today. Rob, make sure he shows up. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. I appreciate you. Michelle, we might have to bust that out as a shirt. Creatorholics Anonymous. You lost your rhythm last night. I tried to do my cardio stream in the thunderstorm. What was happening with the thunderstorm messing you up, or was it just your singing wasn't coming through? I think I was parking the car and you popped up in the automatic feed and you were doing something, but you weren't playing at the time. You were just talking to camera, and then a phone call came in, so I didn't get to finish checking you, but I did see it for a brief second yesterday. Brian. I love Brian streams, by the way. I'm enjoying it. It's giving me gray hair. Girl, it's giving me gray hairs too, just on the face. Nothing up here, just empty. Does a 2-hour high school football stream count? Nope. That's not creating. Oh, I guess. I don't want to be mean. The only problem with counting live streams is I go live every day anyway. So that doesn't count for me. Like, if it doesn't flex your stress muscle and doesn't put you in think it through, solve a problem, smooth the thing over, create joy and happiness, I don't think it counts. Maybe that's just me, right? Like, if you just go to the gym and you set everything on 15 and you just do that all day, are you really at the gym? Like, can you just roll into the gym and just throw 15s? Now, if you do 15s with 300 reps, that's a different story. But if you do 15 with the standard, 10 reps, 5 sets, I don't know, man. That's not. Yeah, so I mean, you know how you feel. I mean, you know how you feel, and you guys do your family stream on Friday nights, which is incredible, by the way, Mr. Riley. So, yeah, I mean, you just really have to make sure you are making it hard on yourself. I know I just mentioned the comfortable on camera thing, but you guys know me. I'm not a fan of the word comfort. Like when you get comfortable, you get complacent. When you get complacent, you become boring. And when you become boring, no one's going to watch your stuff. Like it's not going to happen. So being under that constant pressure, you get a diamond. If it's not under constant pressure, it's just carbon. It's not that carbon is bad, but carbon is not diamond. It's two different things. Well, not really. They're the same thing at different states. Anyway, I'm going to have a Doc Rock, get it, geologist. Sorry, that was horrible. Why, Kim? Absolutely. You're the bomb. Yeah, right? Rob is doing fantastic. I am super, super boom. Yeah, you like me, Victor, got to get the 3X. I call it 3X sexy. That's how you do it. Just Sylvia them do print 3Xs, so you're good. You know, it happens to the best of us, brother. Those connectivity issues will just absolutely come through. I don't think so, Sammy. I think I just didn't have it set up correctly. So, is what it is. So you're doing live every day in April. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right. Well, if you're, out there reporting what you see, and again, if you're providing value to the community, fam, absolutely that counts. I mean, to your community, not necessarily us. We're not watching high school football, but yeah, I just get flashbacks, and I know it's probably much better now. The commentary of the football games back when I was a kid, it was horrible. Like, yeah, we didn't have a lot to go on either, though. Back then, had 3 channels, no ESPN. You basically had Al Michaels and a couple other cats. Like Fran Tarkenton had just moved himself to the booth. John Madden was just now getting to the booth. That's when it got good. And then now what we see for football with the Sunday shows and all of that, that's a different story. But, down to the high school level, those things were just awesome. They were just awesome. Okay, let's see. We can check into it. We can check into it right now. Let me pull up the channel. You go away and you select this, and then let's pop YouTube. Oh, the 3 hours ago one. Okay. Let's go to this. Yes. Okay, so this, I'm assuming, is the video because it said 3 hours ago. Man, I got sidetracked by cran banana muffins. I'm like, what? Cran banana muffins? Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Okay, so top 5 things. The way I have this configured, audio may not come through just because I don't have loop back and I'm kind of not really ready to put that on. Let me move this out of the way. Come on. Does that work better? Not really. All right. Okay, first of all, as I look in here, chapter game, important. I have totally been missing my chapter game. You know what? Let me just do this. I'm going to make a change for once in my life. There you go. And then I want to see this window. Man, Google Chrome. There we go. Okay, so the chapters, super important. I think that's amazing. Your description looks pretty good. I'm going to check out your description stuff. Okay, this is fine right here. I scroll down. You got a pinned comment. Dope. You're going through and you're answering comments and hearting them. Also dope. That all plays really, really well with ClickUp. The one thing it's not happy about your thumbnail, make sure that you're sending a 1280 by 720 thumbnail, because for some reason it didn't pick that up, and you didn't add an in card. So you're going to want to do that. Let me see if okay, so see this at the end. Make sure that this is about 20 seconds. I can see here, I mean, it's probably off by a little bit, but it looks like it's about 7 seconds. If I go to the end, yeah, it looks like it's about 7 seconds. You want to add about 20 seconds to the end if you want to do end cards. Now, you don't have to do end cards. You can do a situation where you just point them to the next video, but leave space in the picture for the other video to show up at the end. So in other words, do like a head to one side conversation and then have the other one pop up over there. So you're giving yourself some space. So that's why it's telling you that your end card's not added. And then info cards at this length of video of 5 minutes, go in at roughly around 2 minutes or roughly around 4 minutes where it's sensible, and add 2 info cards that point to another video. If you're unfamiliar with how to do that, let me know in the comments and we'll show you that. And then make sure you're posting it on your Facebook so that somebody can like it. This kind of doesn't really matter to me, but the thumbnail is important, the info card is important, and the end screen is important. So now the other thing, as I go back, what I will say is, this looks like the thumbnail is there, but for some reason, it's not coming in as a high-res thumbnail. So you're going to want to fix that. And then the other thing I will tell you is you did good on this, but check my last video about thumbnails on the channel. I just posted it like 2 days ago. It's kind of a Canva. Actually, I think you commented on it, so I know you watched it. Yeah, just be careful with putting too much text on the stuff. So like the second tag, the top 5 things, not needed in this thumbnail because you have it in the title, and the title and the thumbnail are like this on every browser. You're not seeing a thumbnail by itself, right? So you could have just eliminated that second black bar and just have the thing, what do blind people miss, and leave it at that. Same thing with your lives. I would make the live show logo smaller. Matter of fact, get almost rid of it or just put it as a tiny red tag. Leave room for your guest, who your guest is going to be, but don't put the title in the thumbnail, right? So let's take a look here. I wish YouTube gave us a way to look at thumbnails whole. Hey, not that link, ding dong. Man, where'd it go? Okay. I wish YouTube gave us a way to look at thumbnail holes, but they don't. But I can show you a trick that I do, which is kind of mean and it's kind of cheating. But nobody watched this. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to click a new tab. And I'm going to go thumbnail downloader. Okay, YouTube thumbnail downloader. I'll just use this. I'm not going to actually download it. I just want to see it large by itself without all of the unnecessary accoutrement. Okay, so I would have the title. It's perfectly fine. This live thing, make it smaller, and then guess, put it there, and this, just totally get rid of it. You don't need the title in the thumbnail because the title is in the description, okay? And then, so, yeah, just that's how I would set this up. And just give yourself, and don't be afraid to let this area just be open, or, I guess it depends on the image that your guests are sending you, right? Guests tend to send randomly weird images. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sorry, guys. My English is half broken. I got up this morning to have my mind #blown by Kat Mulvihill as she was teaching us how to do Notion. Okay, so I'll show you. Here's my thumbnail for live show coming up with Evie. Just click up for creators. Who's my guest? Yvonne Heineman. Way too long, so I use Ask Evie. Picture of Evie, picture of me, question and answer. That's it, right? The rest is in the title. All right, the GOAT, Kurt Nugget, right? Keys to going live with Kurt Nugget. There's Kurt, question and answer, me. Super simple. Not too crazy, not too much stuff, not the, I have a tiny logo for Let's Get Live, but it's not like kind of taking over the thing. Let's look at this one for LGL. I hope I clicked the right thing. All right. We just wanted to tame the echoes. Ecamm Live. Let's Get Live logo. Me, the digital Buddha himself. Right? You want them to be just bold, kind of sort of screaming out, not a lot of text. Like, you got to keep the text down to a minimum. The hardest one I've done in the longest time was Glitch, because his name is long. But the thing that draws people's eyes into the thumbnail was YouTube tips and trends. The second thing that draws your eyes to the thumbnail, a handsome booger down there in the corner, and the OG over here in the right? Then the part about Glitch and Q&A, no one has to really read that. They just got YouTube tips and trends, and 2 people were going to speak on it. So that's a good, quick overview into that. But yes, your thumbnail game we can help you with. Sammy. Rob is the Disney blog. Thank you. And let's see. Oh my God, I remember Quick. Wow. Bruh, let me tell you about my drifting days. Yes. Okay. Ooh, mud season. The my dad calls it Indiana Police instead of Indianapolis. I'm doing vids for the church every day. My own channel's behind a couple days from now, but I'll be in class. Just don't make me community erasers. Anything for you, Jody. I appreciate you guys doing your work for your community too, because that's like a thing. Oh, okay, that's cool. That long as I was wondering why it was giving the error, because you could literally see it in YouTube page, but for some reason the TubeBuddy missed it. So in that case, just make sure that as I realize you made it in Canva, because that's a known Canva template, which is why I say watch my video to be careful when you use a Canva template. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I created my template in Canva, but the thing you got to be careful of here, let me make a new document before I screw this up. I never get rid of it's one thing I like about Canva. I don't get rid of my old stuff. So I'll click YouTube thumbnail. I warned about this in my video, but in case you guys didn't watch the video, I'll tell you here, I won't be that guy to be like, go watch the video to know what's up. I was warning folks against using the template exactly how they did it. You see what I mean? Because I knew as soon as I saw that thumbnail, I knew right away you did it in Canva. And I'm not telling you have to go and get a graphic design degree, but use their template to jog your idea, but don't use their template exactly how they laid it out. So What that means is going in here, clicking this, and changing the colors to match your brand does not count. It's still going to look the same, right? Come back here. That was horrible. Let's pick a darker color. Yeah, just like swapping it up like that, or, you know, going full on Rob Vaugh's Disney blog and just going like yellow and black, and then like a little splash over there for some brightness. Just changing that doesn't count because everyone's still going to know it's the same Canva template. What you might want to do, come over here, move the square a little bit, maybe rotate it just a taste, you know, then come back down so that the angle is slightly off, get rid of the square altogether, move it to another side, you know, take this piece right here and move it to another side, move this to another side. You can take this piece and move it more over here because you don't need that much space. Change this background image to something that matches you. I'll just pick from my uploads here, and then we'll pick Kurt, and we'll stick Kurt over here, and we'll say, okay, Mr. Nugent, let's bring you like that, and then send him to the back. And click out. It'll catch up in a second. I'm moving kind of quick for it, so it's doing the things. And then I might put this right here. Come on, catch up. You know, I love the desktop version of Canva, but sometimes it takes a minute to catch up. It's kind of weird. All right, so this should be on forward, and this should be forward, and this should be forward. So I used their concept, but I shuffled it around enough that it's not going to come off like a dead Canva steal. You see what I mean? So don't be afraid to move things around and give it like a slightly different look, right? Also, people, the other one that's kind of hard to get in people's head is do not be afraid of empty space. Empty space is your friend. We call it white space in the industry. But, yeah, empty space is your friend. You don't have to fill up all the spaces. And then I know that's hard for new creators. But, yeah, so do something like that. Now, of course, the text doesn't match, but change it up enough that it doesn't scream, hey, I got this from Canva. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it any better than that, but yeah, do that. And then I'm just tweaking out now because I'm a designer and I can't help. It's a bad habit. Nope, don't like that one. I like that one. What are we trying to change? We're trying to change this one. There you go. Or maybe that. Yeah, see? Altogether different look. Doesn't look exactly like it came out of Canva. Even like, don't be afraid to soften these boxes to a different shape, right? That shape might be a little harsh for the conversation that you're having. It totally matched the fitness maneuver, but it might not match what you're working on. So come in here and found something with a little bit softer edges. You can still pull off the same concept, but, sorry, wrong one. You can pull off the same concept, but have softer edges, so then it just doesn't look, you know, as beast mode, and it will still do the same thing of having the double color contrast, but, you know, you don't have to use their harsh, black, screaming at me workout box. Okay, let's check on you guys. Ooh. You're on a mini holiday? That's cool. Yeah, it's actually important. When you look at your analytics, like, you'll see that it actually, people click them. I didn't think people click them because I kind of sort of don't realize I click them, but I clicked them. It's super funny. It's weird the stuff. Okay, here's the thing about YouTube, fam. It's weird the stuff that you do on YouTube to other folks' videos, and you think, I don't need to do that for my videos because nobody does it, but you do it. I completely click those info cards, and when something goes squirrel, and then, so yeah, just do them. Trust me. It's weird too. Also, here's the reason why TubeBuddy gives us the best practices list, if you will. Let me just go pick a random video and let's see somebody who should be nailing videos. Let's check out Potato Jet. Now, sometimes looking at a big creator is useless because they don't always do all the things, because they don't have to, because their channel's already big. So, let's click here, switch it out of Canva, go back to Googly. Man, come here. Go back to Googly. All right, so I'm looking at Potato Jet. He's murdering it. Like, his SEO score, straight rubbish. But he's Potato Jet. He kind of doesn't have to do it. But the high-res thumbnail's there, the end card is there, like on Facebook is there. He didn't do so many other things, right? The reason why those all exist, though, is YouTube has told TubeBuddy this is what they look for. TubeBuddy made the list so that you can follow the best
Today
practices,
we are doing a
so
real estate.
that you can be doing all the things as directed by the bosses at YouTube. And it looks like Jed skips the same stuff every time because he's kind of sort of in the rhythm. Now, I will forget my info cards at times. I know for a fact on the last maybe 2 videos, I didn't do info cards. Man, what the heck? All right, why are you dumb? Why are you dumb? Okay, let's check. Da-da-da. So let's pick the video what I had did yesterday. Avoiding gas. Okay, don't play. See, I didn't pin my comment yet, and I didn't add info cards to gas, and I didn't add chapters yet. But I'll go back in and do that stuff. I did that at 11:30 last night, so I was kind of tired. But look at the SEO though. This is where you win. Like, until you become Potato Jet, you got to do your SEO. So as long as you're doing that, you'll get there. And Kevin, I see your comment, or not Kevin, sorry, Joe, I saw your comment, and I appreciate that because I actually have had a couple pretty decent wins on video from last week, and I'll show one as soon as I get to it. Okay, so here's one that I did for the VEDs, and I'll pause that. Come on. And like, I did all of the boxes except go back and add my chapters yet, which I plan on doing tomorrow, and then adding my info cards to that. But because it's probably SEO, because I checked all of the boxes, like, this video is doing really well, almost 1,000 views in the first couple of days. The description is broken, which is weird, but it's not really broken. This is the part that cracks me up. This description is 100% broken, but if you look at edit video, it's fully there. I don't know why. I didn't want to re-download and upload it because the video is already doing well, but somehow the description is working. And it was funny. I didn't notice it until one of you came in and was like, hey, I don't see the descriptions. The links to the products. And I'm like, I know I put those in there. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but that one somehow came up broken. Okay, let's see. My brother Dave. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, internet. Do the magic. Okie dokie. Let me download a nail. Let me download a nail. Come on. Come on. Come on, internet. Copy. And then go to here. Go to here. And paste. And bam. Okay. Let's do the Will and Dave show. Click. The answer to the question is yes. Yeah. It's simple. It's good. But I would reflow it a little bit. I like the looking at each other type thing. I would replace it with actual faces because the TubeBuddy science will tell you that the human face does magic for your thumbnails. Being able to see your actual face works. The other thing I would probably do for readability, I really do like the Will and I would take the Will and Dave and pull it in just a little bit and make it so that the title draws you closer, right? Let the title be the driver. There will be some familiarity with the show without screaming, right? You don't have to make that logo that big. That will come just as you get to like show 50. So right now you're taking all of the valuable real estate and using it for your logo, but makes it harder to get the info for the show. You know what I mean? So what I would do is have Will's half face just like that, but actually put Will's face, have Dave's face right there. I know it's hard to look at, but actually put Dave's face right there. Take the Will and Dave show, bring it in closer to about like right here, you know? So let it be 30% of the top, right? So instead of coming all the way to top at the 1280, I would make it like 450, right? That covers, you know, basically 1/3. Then leaving all of this room for your title. And I think that will get you there. Because what you need to see, and this is why this little cheaty thumbnail downloader thing, you tell YouTube thumbnailgrabber.com comes in handy. Look at this. Now, you guys are probably watching this on your screen, but this is kind of what folks is going to see on certain mobile devices, right? Or this is probably more likely, but the reason why I like this thing is it lets you see what the thing is going to look like on mobile. And this is still very well readable. So I give it some juice because it's kind of readable. If I were to go back and put in a different one, you might find out it's not as readable when you get down to the tiny. So like this is unreadable 100%. This is why you guys got to be careful with putting all the copy. You know what I'm saying? That's the key to success right there. So even if you don't download the thumbnail, go to a site like YouTube Thumbnail Grabber and take a look at what it looked like tiny, because you probably can't read it and then it becomes useless. But actually, good job, brother. You're not far off. It's just a couple minor design tweaks. Dude, you guys got me on fire. I tell you what we finna do. Sammy, I'm going to have you do it, and then I'll go in and approve it. You can even put in the comments that Doc approved this. I want everyone to put in their next thumbnails into the group, and then we will help you together, mostly me, Marshall, designer types in the group. We will help you formulate these thumbnails better. Because the other thing, for instance, Marie, you guys got to watch your color stacks. Blue and yellow are dope when it's royal blue and goldenrod. blue and yellow is not dope when they're both muted. Like, it doesn't work. When it's buff in blue, well, I shouldn't say that because Obama went to Punahou. Their colors are buff and blue. And in screens, buff and blue doesn't look so good. In real life, buff and blue looks wonderful together. So you got to be careful of that too. But yeah, we can definitely dive in. I see what we're doing there. Yo, mami, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasa, mami? I know the one person's thumbnail I do want to take a run at is I want to fix the Delgado Productions logo. That's because it's hard to see. But other than that, you're good to go. Actually, India, now I'm going to pick on you. You got to be careful with the full red wash. The full red wash can be hard to put, it can be hard to get contrast out of. So you got to think extra strong about your contrast when you do the full red wash. That's I meant to tell you, but I forgot. But now I remember because we're talking thumbnails. There you go, Miss Michelle. She know you got to put your little stank on it. That's correct. What's up, Dev in the building? Kills. Good to see you. Do not hit anybody with a hockey stick. We will not have to come and bail you out. Okay? It's a long flight from Hawaii to Alberta. So let's not get you bailed out of jail. What's up, Gigi? Gigi, I have a question type idea thing for you for class today. So I hope I see you, ma. I was thinking about you this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask her in class. Yes, Jet has a second channel under Gene Nagata. Jet is the man. Dude, that TubeBuddy checklist is the changer of games. It is super soon. Super, super dope. There you go. There you go. Good idea. Get the photos done. Right, Victor, you are so correct. It totally reminds me of Alfred Hitchcock, especially David's big head. Bruh, you're welcome, boss. I appreciate you. Yeah, Sammy, just go in there and put a post and say, Doc told me to do this. Everybody upload your thumbnails here so that we can help out with thumbnails. Yeah, so just because I got to set up for class after this and you ain't got nothing to do because you're a kid. So I'm giving you a job, damn it. Knock yourself out. Love you, Sammy. Hey, thank you, man. Enjoy your vacation. Stop hanging out with us on your vacation, boss. What's up, Mr. Wayne? Good to see you here. Where you going? Rob, it's Delgado. Don't get us in trouble. She trying to be fancy. It's kind of weird. I kind of like it because it's so different from everybody else. And if you know her, she's so different from everybody else. But I can see it could be hard to read for some folks. I'm blind, so I watch Ladies Night. I can't even speak it. I watch Ladies of live streaming on a freaking like 60-inch Sony, chilling in my house with a glass of whiskey. So I'm normally getting turned while I'm watching and throwing shade at India, and then her going, I can't with you guys. I just can't. I'm going to get so killed. Hey, you guys stop picking on my little sister. What's up, Big D? Good to see you here, boss man. Okay, we can play TubeBuddy today in class. Let's do that. I'm down. Totally down. So yeah, I think, gang, let's wrap this up so I can get prepped for class. But I believe, yeah, I think the idea of coming in the group and dropping your thumbnails and, Sammy, I'll put you in charge of that. You throw put the post up, if I correct your verbiage, just take it. I'm an adult. But yeah, I just want everyone to post their thumbnails, give us an opportunity to help each other out. Let's get our thumbnail game going because the thumbnail game will make all the difference. It's really be good. Right? Right, Kim? Right? I can't with you guys. I can't. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get killed. I better stop messing with her. I'm going to start getting hate mail over here in the in my phone. So, yeah, I think us working on thumbnails together would be good, and that'll be dope. And then, yeah, we'll work on some TubeBuddy stuff in class today. And so, again, gang, if you're new around here and you're not already down, you want to be part of the Drop Squad, come over and join the class today. Or you can just take a single class, or you can come in and kick it as a member. We get together every Saturday, chop up shop, make fun of Kevin, make fun of Rob, and make fun of Joel, because Joel's new name is Joel. Thanks to India, he's never going to be Joel again. He's going to be Joel. It's how it is.
How you like that?
Coño.
I'm just happy and proud that you guys are murdering the VEDA challenge. You guys are doing extremely well. I appreciate the work you folks are putting in. If there's anything, again, in the process of doing your VEDA challenge and you feel like you're missing something or you need to know some more, by all means, jump in the group real quick. Type that down. It's docrock.live/group. If you're not already a member of the group, the link is down there in the comments. So join the group. One of the fam will let you in, and yeah, we can help you get it. You know, we're doing this together. We're growing and learning together. But remember, the homework for this week is post your thumbnails in the group. Sammy will put the posts up so it just doesn't become 1,000 thumbnails all over the place. They'll be in a single thing. Knowing Sammy, he ain't got nothing to do. He already made the post because he's quick like that. So find Sammy's post, pop in your thumbnail, give us a chance to critique it, throw some ideas out there, you know, try to help you with your game. And then the other homework, I guess, for you guys is, now that most of you have acquired all of the gears, let us know what skill, like next week for class, right? We're going to come correct. As a matter of fact, I'll make a post in the community to let us know what skill it is you're trying to polish. And then when we come back, I got Kirk on Tuesday. I got Evie on Saturday. So the next Tuesday after that, we'll go through and start seeing if we can give each other tools, tips, and direction to sort of help with your skill, right? So like today, Kat Mulvihill did the Notion class to help you sort of organize your content planning. Bro, it was fire. Other than Joel asking a bunch of crazy questions, as always, I'm teasing Joel. It was really, really good, and I got some ideas where I want to do with that. So that's kind of awesome. Valerie, good to see you here. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate all you folks for being here. And yeah, I cannot wait. And we will see you guys around these parts. I'll see you in class in a little bit. Class is in roughly 2 hours. It gives me enough time to eat and put some more polish on the beard. And we'll do some looking into TubeBuddy and all the things, since Gigi says she needed help with TubeBuddy. And I appreciate you guys for submitting your thumbnails for me to play with today. Corey and Maria, I appreciate that. I'll be more than happy to help you get your thumbnails polished. You guys are here every week, putting in work, trying to learn. So I respect that. Respect your gangster. And yeah, I see you guys soon. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I didn't post the link yet. I'm gonna do it in the group right now because this week was busy. I had a conference, all this other stuff. So Gigi, just pop in the group. But the Zoom link from last week will work, because that same Zoom link from last week should work for the next 9 weeks. I think I made it recurring for 9 more weeks. So yeah, and then I'll message you, or you can DM me if for some reason you don't get it. But I'm gonna go fix the buy me a coffee thing right now, and then I'll see you guys in like a little bit. So boom, play my song. I I keep finding dope songs with Epidemic Gang. This
Honey,
song is
honey,
fire.
I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's
I
burning
appreciate you,
hot.
fam. Aloha. Yes, 2 hours. Well, a little less than 2 hours now, Sammy. 1 hour and 56 minutes. Right? 9, 10, 11. Man, Sammy, stop confusing me. Hey, Eric, good to see you here. You late for class, player. Aloha, brother.
Can't feel me? Oh, can you handle it? Right? Do you want it? Oh, put your love on hold. I can't take it anymore. Oh, put your love on me now. Trust me and you will see it.
Love you, Sil.